Welcome to another episode of The American Dream. Today is going to be a killer show. We're talking about the impact of the new age digital world. Guys like Zuckerberg that have flipped this world upside down. Listen to this one. Every single day you are consumed with information. With the 24/7 negative news cycle and a pop culture that's polluting the airwaves, all selling out for the ratings game. Well, guess what? There's a more positive way to look at life. You live in the greatest city in the greatest country on the planet. Every day with our elite network of professionals, our goal is to educate, empower, and engage. And now it's time to fight for your American dream. In a digital world, this is an absolutely fascinating topic. You heard of Bitcoin. We're going to go deep on this, and we're going to go quick. We got Tai Zhen, CEO of Cryptocurrency Market. Tai, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us here.
David Fong, you are the COO. So CEO, COO. You guys just said to me coming into the show that you believe we're on the verge of the biggest bull market in the history of humankind. That's a bold statement. Why do you say that?
Absolutely, we say that, and we have a firm belief about that on our team, simply because Bitcoin this is the first time in human history that the playing field has been leveled for Main Street. So now the little guys like us on Main Street can have the same profit potential and the same gains that the guys on Wall Street have been doing for decades now.
How is that?
Because Bitcoin is a permissionless.
That's probably the first question I should have asked for anyone who doesn't know. What is Bitcoin? I mean, we've heard of it. It's a currency of some sort, like an online currency?
Yeah, it's an online. Bitcoin is a technology. It's a public ledger technology that anyone can access and read it themselves if they have the correct software, which is easily downloadable from bitcoin.org. And what happens is when you access that ledger, you think of Bitcoin as a public network, like the highway network. It's called Bitcoin, and the cars and the vehicles that move through that network is also called Bitcoin. And the traffic laws that govern how those vehicles can move through the network are also called Bitcoin. That was the confusion that Satoshi Nakamoto created when he first invented Bitcoin and released it to the public. And right now, those vehicles that are moving around the network are being used as a currency because it's the most secure way on the planet right now to move units of a currency around. Much safer than the euro, the pound, the yen, or the US dollar.
So how does this help the average guy or gal out there?
Well, there's only a limited number of Bitcoins that are available on the planet right now. There will only ever be 21 million units ever created, right?
Well, with that, you can have a value assigned to it.
Yeah, you can assign a value to it, and each Bitcoin, I want your audience to know that each Bitcoin can be chopped up into 100 million units. And so you don't have to necessarily buy one Bitcoin or half a Bitcoin, you can buy a fraction of it.
Tai,
right?
do you understand why this is confusing to people?
Yeah.
Why do you think we're on the verge of the greatest bull market?
It's the greatest bull market is because of the limited supply. There's only 21 million. The more people that use it, the value of it can only go up. So if you want to get it, right, there's only a limited number of supply. It's not like the US dollar where they print new US dollars every month or every year.
Beyond that,
inflationary.
for human history, you talk about bull markets. There was the tulip boom. That was isolated in Holland, right? We've had our stock market booms, the internet boom, but this is the first time that across the entire globe, everybody, China, Japan,
global.
Russia, right? And people are interested in this asset class that is a limited supply, serves an incredible need.
Globally, so does it kind of go across currency lines where you have different currencies of different countries? This is 21 million global.
Yes.
Global.
Yeah, and it's not restricted. Like, for example, like the US dollar is dominant across the world right now.
Yep.
But there are still some countries, like I come from Vietnam, and there's still people that they can't send money out from Vietnam. Like they want to trade the American stock market, they cannot come and buy Apple stocks. The government won't let them, right? I used to talk to Forex brokers. I used to trade Forex, and the Forex brokers, when I asked them, hey, how come you guys don't have a Forex brokerage firm or a currency brokerage firm in Vietnam? They say because the government there won't let people put money into it. So with Bitcoin, it doesn't matter if a government or authority gives you permission or not, right? You can access the Bitcoin network. Everyone has access to it.
What do the governments think of Bitcoin?
Right now, there are some governments that are hesitant about it.
Let's talk about the U.S. government.
The U.S. government, I don't have any evidence that they are for it or against it. I know that our securities lawyer in Dallas, he commonly sends us information about what the SEC is doing. They created a task force to pay attention to this, and they are looking at it, to make sure they're not trying to stop it. They're trying to make sure that everybody follows the rules and the government guidelines.
Real quick, and got about 20 seconds, David. Tell us about your organization. You're the COO. Go ahead.
So we are the first and most popular YouTube crypto investing channel.
That we know of.
That we know of. That's right. So we basically want to educate people. We started out just trying to tell people about what this innovation is, why it's revolutionary, and that was just our friends. And instead of just having these one-on-one conversations, over and over again, we put it up online, and we said, hey, go check that out. You have any questions? Give us a call.
So now you guys have basically got your own information channel on YouTube where people can get more information on this. And let's part with that. If you have questions about this, if you're an investor, if you're just an everyday guy or gal out there and you want to learn more about this new wave happening digitally with currency, it's really a fascinating topic, and it's only going to get bigger. Check these guys out on YouTube, and more of the American Dream coming up next. Hey, Craig Sewing here, your host of The American Dream. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. I want to invite you to engage in the conversation outside of the show. How do you do that? Visit us online and on social media. We have so much activity happening there. Full interviews, resources, all kinds of cool stuff that you can engage with us and our conversation and help support the American Dream, where we're combating all that negative stuff you see in the media. But don't forget, I also want to be your #1 consumer advocate. So anything we can help you with, finance, real estate, mortgage, tax planning, estate planning, even credit scoring, we have the resources and the relationships that we can help you. Visit us online, engage in the conversation on social media, and don't forget, we want to empower your American Dream, so reach out if you ever need anything. Thank you so much for tuning into the show, and thank you so much for following us on social media and engaging in the conversation. Cheers to your American Dream.